NAB is brought to you by X-Effects, Final Cut Pro 10 plugins from industrialrevolution.com.
Okay, I'm with Bryce Button from AJA. Can you take me through the range of products we have sitting on the table here?
Absolutely. So welcome to NAB 2013, and here we are with the new AJA products, and just to let you know, everything you see today is completely available. So this is the KeyPro Quad. It's our 4K ProRes recorder, which now also includes 444 support, whether you're in HD or 4K. It works very simply. You can plug your SDI inputs in, so you might be coming off a Sony F55 if you're doing 4K, then that's a baseband signal, off of an F3 for HD, of course. And then if you're working with a C500, it actually supports this raw workflow. So you can bring it in, it'll debayer the image, thereby getting your red, greens, and blues where they should be, and then encodes it live real time onto our AJA pack discs. So these discs are available in 256 and 512 gigabyte permutations. So once you've done shooting, all you're going to have to do is take this really solid stick and take it to your pack dock. So the point with the pack dock here is that it has Thunderbolt and USB connectivity. So of course, if you can be on your MacBook Pro and simply fire up Final Cut Pro 10, which happily supports 4K, you just put it in here and you could actually play it right off the drive.
Which is pretty incredible for 4K.
Yes, no, I mean the reason we obviously went with ProRes, and this is the first hardware implementation for 4K built in combination with Apple, is because it's the most efficient intermediary codec. And you know, all the editors who come to your website are very aware of the strength of having an intermediary codec. Sure. So just a couple more words about that. The recording can be done with a LUT baked in which case the color's set. Otherwise, you're effectively getting a log ProRes file. So this means users are going to be able to actually apply a lot of color work, and they've got a large dynamic range to work with, which is fantastic.
And I would think with the new 10.0.8 update, it should automatically recognize
yes.
the log and convert it automatically, yes. So you can see it. That's actually quite clever.
So you've got a really smooth routine going on there. Staying with the KeyPro products for users that have been using our drives, these are the KeyStore drives. This is the newer version where you have the USB 3 connectivity built in. But you will notice, even if you have the FireWire 800 versions, we always had a SATA connection. To help deal with your connection needs with the newer machines, we have this new KeyStore dock, and on the back of it you can see you've got Thunderbolt and USB 3. So you can take the drive that you bought in 2009 when we brought out the first KeyPro, simply connect it and off you go.
Yeah.
So really simple workflow again for people that have been working with.
And it's going to go as fast as the drive will go.
Yes. So you won't see a huge increase in speed, for instance, off the solid state drive. I mean, off the spinning disk drives, because the FireWire 800 was pretty much the max of that drive's capability. But if you're utilizing the SSD drives, and we now have those out in the USB 3 version as well, you'll definitely see a speed increase because that's capable of buffering a lot more out. Now, what's also interesting is great that we've got a wonderful 4K recorder and player. Another way to think of this, guys, this is the easiest way to do high quality 4K playback. Now, it's great that we've got the 4K recorder, but the chances are that a lot of your users aren't sitting out there with 80,000 grand in their back pocket for an HD SDI connected 4K display. So to help everybody out there, one of our other announcements from the show is the new Hi-Fi 4K. So the concept here is that you take in the 4 3G SDIs, which will be coming out of your camera, out of the KeyPro Quad. Also, this is the best way to get your Kona 3G, which has been supporting 4K for a couple of years already, onto the newer, cheaper consumer 4K displays. So single HDMI 1.4A output. So during the course of this week, Sony has announced a couple of great monitors there in the $5,000 to $7,000 range already. So that gives you flexibility.
So if I've got a Kona 3G already,
yes,
then I could just buy one of those and then go into the new Sony monitors, and then I've got a 4K monitoring solution straight away for not too much.
No, I mean, you're talking $595 for this, which is a really good price for that kind of conversion. Also, if you're not currently working in 4K and you're looking for a straightforward HD to HDMI conversion box, you can do that. So if it's a single pipe in, it'll recognize that it is HD and it'll put HD out. To be clear, it won't convert between HD and 4K. That's not possible. And lastly, in terms of the products we have, is this new guy called ROI. So that stands for Region of Interest. And the concept here is very simple but very powerful. You need to get stuff off your computers. So these days it might be training videos you're doing, it might be some client said, well, I've got this piece of footage but it's on YouTube, please throw it into the video. We've all had to live through this.
I had one client, an edit job, who said to me, everything's on the memory stick. And I opened up the memory stick and it was an Excel spreadsheet.
There you go.
And there were YouTube videos, Dropbox things and everything. And they just handed it over and said, there you go. So having an easy way to get things off, off sites that you need to download stuff from. And the question is, how do I get stuff off YouTube? How do I get stuff off? With obviously the permissions.
Right.
So that's really interesting.
Yeah, because what we're doing here is this is a really powerful scaler. So I will show you in a second just how that works. And it's great because you're kicking out SDI. So I could be going into a Key Pro, any of the Key Pros, or straight into whatever routing system I have going on. So let's take a quick look at that, and you can see the ease with which you can scale up any of your web elements, etc. So what we have here is we're going to show you the ROI. So the ROI is a box sitting right here, which is a converter that goes from the DVI to SDI out.
Yep.
So the second screen is actually an HD monitor. That's not a display.
Right.
So the purpose here, of course, is I could come in, I could simply choose quickly from auto. And you'll see, for instance, fixed size. And now that's popped up an HD version on the screen. If I was needing to do SD, because there's some markets that still have to deal with that, of course, I could choose NTSC and off you go. And in that case, I can literally scroll around as to what's being shown through it. And you can see the quality scaling there is quite fantastic.
It is, yeah.
So let's go back to auto first, just to clean it up. And this time out, I'm actually going to do a variable. And the whole point of doing this is so that I get my screen picker. So we see the screen has gone to green. That's just so that I can come in here and draw out what I want. So you'll see that the image will keep resizing on my HD monitor until I've gotten exactly what it is I'm looking for. So just bring in the right-hand edge, hit enter, and there we go. So we just scaled up a really crappy little YouTube video, and we're pumping this out. So this has so many applications. I can use this for this type of thing, which is happening a lot for people that are doing videos which kind of had spur-of-the-moment activities where there was no camera crew and someone did an iPhone video and chucked it on the net. Maybe I'm doing a training video. That's one we're all used to. So I'm going to come in here and go, all right, let's quickly take a look at this. We'll choose the variable again, hit my screen picker. You'll see it's got the last set size right now. So I've literally come into the app. In this case, it might be an issue of trying to teach someone how to work with iBooks Author, right? So once I have that done, let's pop on here, click on it, and in live terms, go through and start explaining how the interface works. So instead of having to sit there and deal with a lot of software and then render it out and the rest of it, I can be immediately recording that to a digital recorder of some kind, hopefully the Key Pro.
Okay, Bryce, thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
NAB is brought to you by XEffects, Final Cut Pro 10 plugins from industrialrevolution.com.